I'm not counting on anything for this working now, because it wasn't working before.
Uh-huh.
But I'm streaming now.
Okay.
And do you have it? No. Okay, so it's working. Speak.
Hello. Wait, it's again.
Okay, so it's working. Hey, wait. Yay!
What?
You can hear you. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Yeah.
But we have to close this thing. Fematika, we have to close this.
Okay.
We have to close the door right now, okay?
Whoop, there we are. Look at that. Oh, you left the... What? Steve! Steve, no! Why would you do this? We had it working. Okay, so either he's going to do the call on Discord now, which I no longer have up. You can see we've had a lot of attempts. Hopefully, I should probably not. Yeah, there we go. And I'll I don't know what he's trying to do. He's probably trying to get it on a Discord. Yeah, that's what he's trying. Okay. I pressed Command Q. Let's go ahead and see. I pressed Command Q. There we go! Okay. Let's go ahead and see. There we are. So I can hear myself through yours, and then subsequently they can hear me through yours, through mine.
Oh?
Okay, there we go. And so you can see me now. It's lower quality, but you can see me. You know, at least.
But
ooh, get rid of that. Okay, now we can't see you. Oh, now we can see you. We're good. We did it. We did it, everyone.
I'm so...
Now we...
I feel so bad. Oh, yeah,
we did it.
I got too excited. I pressed Command Q and then it closed everything.
Yeah, that's what Command Q does. It quits everything. So I'm gonna do this camera, just so we don't have to worry about about it crashing again. So we did it. It's good enough.
Oh hey.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We're good.
We did it. Yeah, and now we are on the screen. Yes.
We did it. Yeah, and you can hear you. Yep. Yep, we can hear both of us. I changed literally nothing about anything that I have set up, and for some reason now it's working. I'm very happy about that. Okay, so they can. It's gonna be like a loop, I think. So we're.
Okay, I actually don't know if people are still here or not, though.
Let's see. So this is under the event.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Oh man, that was
So
funny.
Okay, so yeah, this is the same chat.
Yeah. So and the people are not.
Okay, people are coming back. People are coming back. I think. Yeah, 32 people.
Okay,
looks like.
One person can...
Who's here? I did not expect this to start on the same stream. It was just we started and ended really soon. So I reckon you should probably make a community post about this where you link it.
Huh?
You should probably make a community post on your channel with the link to this live stream.
Okay, let me just.
So that people know. Mom, the stream's up again.
I want to be able to see the
Can
chart.
I raise? Swoop. There we
Oh my
go.
God. Okay, I am going to. I cannot see the chart on the laptop. I want to just be able to see that. If I can do that, that'll be great.
So
So
like,
just give me like
okay.
2 minutes or so.
So we're still getting set up a little bit. I'm gonna keep resetting this so I can see how many people are here. 40 people. It's 20 less, but you know it's a lot of people. It's good amount of people.
Okay, good. Hello everybody.
They can hear the stream coming from your phone.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this off later on. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to turn this off. I just want to make sure. Okay, I can see this thing now, and I'm going to make a post. But what's the link though?
So
Let me see.
yeah,
no.
the URL, or just
Yeah,
hit share on mobile, copy link.
Oh, okay, I got a share. All right, I'm going to make a post.
Just so people know, because we kind of messed it up a tiny little bit.
It's finally working.
It's finally working.
So great.
Yeah.
This is so wonderful. Oh my God.
Up
Okay,
top.
I got a question on the phone.
Okay, we got the questions. We got the people. We have the community post.
Nice.
Someone put good night already, right at the beginning of the stream. Alright, so I think we're good.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, we got back up to 60 people, so I think maybe if we...
Cool.
Taking screenshots.
Yeah, make a post. Monica, let's take a picture for screenshot. Wait, I cannot, I'm not moving. Anyway, I'm just going to do whatever screenshot. Okay, cool. I got it.
Striking some poses. It's midnight here. What is the derivative of I to the e? The derivative of I to the e is 0 because it's a constant. That's for you, Harry Stewart. That's...
Okay, I make the post. Yes.
We did it. Everyone give a round of applause for us figuring out how to actually do a live stream in the first place.
Yeah, we are so happy. Oh my god.
It took far too long.
Let's just say hi to everybody first.
Hello everybody. My name...
Hello everybody. We finally did it. We finally did it. It took us like 50 minutes. It took us like 50 minutes to figure this out.
50 minutes. Nearly an hour. We're really... You've got the brightest minds working towards some of the hardest problems.
Yeah, and then we cannot figure out the live stream. Oh my god. Alright, so just get
right into it. Yeah.
Alright, so everybody, thank you guys so much for coming. First of all, I just want to welcome everybody, and also we have a special guest today. And he is Fematika, all the way from Ohio.
Hello.
The young mathematician.
The young
very talented. And the one who figured out how to do this live stream for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know him, be sure you guys go check out his channel. He has a lot of great stuff, a lot of high-level mathematics on his channel, such as like what? Just give us like some of the topics that you are going over on your channel.
Category theory is the one I'm doing a lot of now. Manifolds, that's non-Euclidean geometry. So you know there's geometry on the plane, which is Euclidean geometry, flat 2D, and non-Euclidean would be on, geometry on surfaces, you know, where it's not flat. Yeah.
You know, Fematika, let me just tell you, okay, this is how we met. For the people who don't know, this is how we met. We met about 2 years ago. Then I was doing the integral of the cube root of tangent x. And Fematika is the one who sent me the video where he checked the answer by differentiation. And then when I received the video, I was like, whoa, you actually did it. And then because you didn't show your face, right? And I was like, man, this is from a teenager because I can hear you from your voice, man.
Yeah.
And then you were like, what, 13, 14 only, right?
Yeah, I was 13 for the
13
first
years
video.
old, right? You were only 13 years old, right?
Yeah. It's 2 years ago. It's a long, long time.
Yeah, and you were like 13 years ago, and man, wow. And then I watched it, and you made me speechless. So we start talking, and later on we did some collabs together. You did the cube root of I, both the polar way and also the algebraic way for my channel. And I also invited you to do a few more videos on my channel, and I also I have been shouting you out in my videos as well because you have a lot of great stuff like the integrals, and sometimes when I don't know a question, I will send it to you. So for the people who don't know Fematika, you guys definitely should check him out.
Yeah, I recently did one of your competition problems from Hong Kong where I did the infinite summation.
Yeah, that's one that was amazing.
They'd be interested in that one.
And today, I just want you guys to know more about him. So we have this interview, and we have several questions. You guys can see the questions in the description, and I will be asking the question, and he will be answering, of course.
There's a lot of lag, I can tell. There's a lot of lag.
Seriously, yeah, I can tell too. Because I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I can't help it. It's just, it's how it's gotta be. We finally figured out how to at least have a live stream at all. So, that's good enough for me.
Okay. I don't know. So what should we do? Well, let's just get this going. How's that? Because yeah.
Oh, the lag's slowing down a little bit. It's going
honest,
better.
I cannot really hear you sometimes. Like when you talk, it's like the voice will disappear. But like.
So you might want to mute me on Discord and just listen to me on your phone, because it's probably going to be. You might want to mute me on Discord and then just listen from the live stream, but that'd be a huge delay.
Oh man. So I don't know if this is. Let me for the people who are watching, just let us know how's the quality so far, like the speed and all that.
It's just Discord's always really weird with my voice when it comes through Discord voice chats. So I don't know. It always cuts it off prematurely and always cuts off the beginnings of my sentences. So I always have to slightly yell.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to get the mic as close to my mouth as possible. There we go. There we go, everybody. Close. Okay, I'll hold the mic. There we go. Right up.
Okay. Yeah,
so you can get. Mic. Yeah. So wait, let's both hold the mic in the same way.
Totally.
Wait.
Oh, by the way, Fematika, check this out. I have a pink pen too.
Oh, hey, nice. Yeah, that was the only not dry marker I had at the time, and I also had a two-sided black pen and red pen marker, and I thought that was funny because it was black pen, red pen.
You know what? Someone said the lag is from me. I don't know because I'm in this classroom, right? I'm not sure how the internet is. I'm not usually in this classroom.
I think it's Discord usually has a lot of lag over long distance calls, so that's where it's coming from. Just Discord lag. It looks like it's better now. I think we're doing better now.
Wait for 5 minutes. I can run to another building, and then over there has better quality. It has better internet.
I think we're fine.
Okay. So anyway,
hello
you guys
to
can
Brazil.
See the format in the description, and let's just get right into it. How's that?
Yep. I'm fine with that.
And perhaps later on, I'll just do a video, and then we'll just cut some highlights out of this. That would be good too.
Yeah. So this will be uploaded.
All right. So, first question for you: what made you start your YouTube channel, and what are your goals?
So, I originally started my YouTube channel because I wanted to do a math club with my friends from what was middle school. Yeah, it was the summer of 7th grade. Well, my first videos are math club videos, So you'll see they're all about miscellaneous math topics that I wanted to explain to my middle school friends. And it was over the summer. So it was like a math club over the summer. No one was as interested in it as I was. So it's kind of, it was very one-sided. But the thing that really started the channel, because that was just like a 5-section thing that I did. I used to have a small whiteboard over there in my room. It's replaced by a Bob Ross puzzle framed now. It's very specific. I'm not able to turn my laptop all the way around, but it was on a smaller upright. It was on an even smaller whiteboard, the first 2 videos. So like halfway through the series, I went from this tiny whiteboard to a slightly bigger whiteboard. And then this, I always had lighting issues. And then when you released your integral of the cubed root of tangent of x, this is what really started when I started making videos. So originally I was going to do a whiteboard video because that's what I had been doing. So I was going to record the whiteboard. But the thing about it is that the lighting would not be my friend ever. It would look awful all the time. It was late at night. Like I did this at like 10 p.m. So there was no natural light I could use. I had to use like lamps and there's tons of glare. And I'm like, you know what would be easier if I did it on my computer. And I looked up, I think it's like sketch.io, and it's just a free drawing online service that's like a knockoff MS Paint. And I just used that to record the video. And I also did that with the Vandermonde matrix video. That I did in response to Dr. Pyam. I did an inductive proof. I thought that one was... And I think I only did it for like 3 videos at most. Yeah, it was like 3 videos, and then I switched back to the whiteboard. The small upright whiteboard. And so really what started off the YouTube career was the cube root of tangent of x. That's what started off me actually taking it seriously, instead of just a math club thing. Yeah. And then my goals with the channel. Yeah. I'd say my goals generally are to provide a resource for all of these advanced math topics that are in short form videos. Because a lot of times what you'll find is these long 2-hour long university lectures on these advanced math topics, or you'll find written text on it that you can find online. So what I want to do with my channel is do just 10-minute videos, 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 minute videos, but the 40 ones usually aren't part of my series. But the point of the series is to provide shorter content in video form for advanced math topics. I think that's what I want to do.
I see.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And then, yeah. Well, you will be continue uploading, right?
Yeah, I will. I have a video I have recorded, but I've been lazy.
I know, because
because
I in the past few months,
I always have to edit my videos. I can't release them with minimal editing. I always have to make it fast, quick.
I like your intros, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, I think this is the question that everybody will ask us. What made you get into math? What made you like math in general?
What made me? It's really interesting. So, what happened is in 6th grade math, I had a teacher, and it's in this honors program we had, and we'd go out to this trailer, just separate from the rest of the school, and so we did this honors program, and it was just, we had to walk through, during the winter, we just had to walk outside to this trailer outside of the school, and it was brutal. It was the worst. But in this class, it was an honors class, we went over like practically algebra 1 in 6th grade, like the beginnings of algebra 1. And what she talked about, the teacher, was right triangles. So she wanted to do the areas of triangles, and what she started describing were right triangles. And she mentioned something called trigonometry, which she said was the study of right triangles. And so I'm like, that's really interesting. I want to know more about that. And so when I went home, I looked at the Khan Academy videos for trigonometry, the basics of trigonometry. And there's a now deleted comment that I once had on the Khan Academy video, but I deleted it, so you can't find the evidence of me doing that research in 6th grade anymore. But then after the trigonometry incident, I kind of laid low for a little bit because I wasn't really interested in trigonometry, quite frankly. But then there was The Odd Ones Out. Have you heard of him? He's an animated...
I'm sorry, who's that?
He's an animation YouTuber, like an animation story time type person. His name's The Odd Ones Out. He does like these marshmallow people in his videos.
No,
You've never heard of him? Yeah, so no. He wanted to be a math tutor before he became a YouTuber. He wanted to go into math teaching or math tutoring, whatever. And what he told a story about it. I don't remember what it was. It was probably called like Jobs. And in the video, he talked about his tutoring job, and it was supposed to be for Algebra 1, Algebra 2 pre-calculus, but he got a question that clearly needed calculus. And so what he said is he mentioned derivatives and he mentioned calculus, and he said it was quite an easy problem if you know calculus. And so I'm like, I want it to be an easy problem. And so I looked up calculus videos. So I think the first person I started watching was Math BFF. Have you heard of her?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where she has the glass wall and she writes on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That was my first introduction to limits, and at that time I didn't know what foiling was or double distribution. I didn't know how to do that at all.
Wow, that's only a few years ago, right?
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, summer of 6th grade.
God.
I did not know how to foil, did not know double distribution. So what I did, I actually have no clue how I ended up learning how to factor. I think I just figured it out. I have no clue how I figured it out. So it was a mixture of Khan Academy.
Okay.
I think Khan Academy is where I learned how to double dish. So no, I just Googled what foiling was, and I looked at some random online research that came up and explained it. And that's how I learned what foiling was. And then from there, I was at the same time I was learning the prerequisites for calculus, I was also learning calculus at the same time. I have absolutely no clue how I ended up managing that, but I ended up with the knowledge of calculus at the end of it. And then after calculus, I went on to calculus 2, BC calculus. And then after that, I did calculus 3. So that was that was the end of 7th grade. I was doing multivariable calculus. That was the end of 7th grade. Yeah, I did it during
how long did that
my
take
science
you to finish
class.
Calc 1, Calc 2, and Calc? How long did it take
to do Calc 1, Calc 2?
Yeah, Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. Just give me a time period, 2 months or 1 week or anything.
Probably 6 months to do
for Calc 1.
So I had to learn Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and Pre-Calculus, and Calc 1. And I did that all in the span of 6 months, at the same time. So it took, I think, around 6 months. And then Calc 2 probably took much less time. I don't remember doing much Calc 2 at all. I did Khan Academy lessons. So they divided it up into differential calculus and integral calculus, I think, at the time. And so I did differential calculus first, and then I did integral calculus. And I think it was your videos that I did integration. That's really how I got good at Calc 2 ideas, trig substitution. So I just looked at the Khan Academy videos over and over again. But I think your math battles, what was it, integral battles, where you did like two similar integrals and you evaluated them two different ways. Yeah, I think that's what really cemented calculus into my knowledge. And then after that, do you know? Oh, what's his name? He's really buff. He's a buff guy, and right now he's doing differential equations. What's his name?
Who?
He's a really buff.
Oh, Professor Leonard, right?
Professor Leonard, yeah. So he.
Yeah. I don't know him personally, but I know him. Yeah.
Him and Khan Academy were what I used for Calculus 3. That was the summer of 7th grade. No, this was before the summer of 7th grade, because the summer of 7th. Let me think about this. So no, this was before the summer of 7th grade, because the summer of 7th grade, I actually started learning real analysis. Yeah. So yeah, I did all that. So I did all that from the summer of 6th grade until the end of 7th grade. I learned up to Calc 3. So barely a year.
Yeah.
Barely a year. I'm 15 for decaf math ASMR. So then, so that's how I got to be interested in math. It started from The Odd Ones Out mentioning derivatives in his video.
So let me just do a quick summary. So 3 years ago, you were just doing Algebra 1. And now you are doing
most.
graduate level mathematics.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me just tell everybody right now, okay? The moment, I remember the first 2 or 3 videos that you post on upper division math topics, you make me speechless. And then at some point, I couldn't follow your videos anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how. Yeah, because during 8th grade is when I started learning topology. The summer of 7th grade, I did real analysis. And abstract algebra, I was doing it throughout all of this, I think. I was doing the Harvard lectures. I might have done them in one sitting eventually, over the course of a week, I think. So I don't know exactly how I came to understand everything. It's all muddled because I did so many things at the same time. I think after
Okay, so
no, continue with the next question. I think that's enough on that.
Let me just ask you, which area of math that do you like the most?
Which area of math do I like the most?
Since you mentioned so many, then I think a lot of viewers are interested. So yeah,
I'd say, I'd like to say category theory, but a lot of people don't consider that an actual branch of math yet, because it's more logical foundations and it's applied in other fields of math. But it's very pure, because it's
I have seen some of your videos. Although I couldn't understand them at all. I couldn't understand all of them, right? But I do watch it, and it's really peaceful when I see you doing math. Yeah. And then some of my viewers, they told me the same too. Sometimes some people, they may not understand the math, but they like to see people do math. I have the same feeling to you.
Yeah.
If I just see you do math, I feel happy.
Yeah.
If I really try to understand, maybe I could, but I will try one day. So for people who are interested, be sure you guys go check out his channel. He has videos on the upper division and also the graduate level mathematics. You guys can go check him out. All right, so we'll take a live chat break. Let's go ahead and look at the live chat to see what are the people, what questions people are asking in that. So maybe you want to pick some questions to answer for Monica.
So Nacho asks, how much time do you spend doing math? Is that one of your questions? I don't remember how much time I spend doing math a day. Because I get that one all the time. So I'm going to say, recently I've not been doing much math at all. So I've been interested in other things. So, you know, I've still been mostly educational this summer, but not in math, in other branches of academia. So I'm going to say that when I'm interested in math, I could probably do 3 hours a day. Yeah, so during the intervals of time where I'm really into math, when I'm really interested in it, then I would definitely do around 3 hours a day. Fematika, any interest in quantum field theory, string theory? In 15, and it's a personal interest of... Yes, I actually am interested in that. So I've been looking... I forgot who it's by, and I don't want to check because I'd have to close out of this. But there is a good PDF that summarizes it, and it uses like a lot of pure math. Like if you look at conformal quantum field theories, it was a string theory PDF, like the math behind string theory, but I'm pretty sure it was explaining quantum field theories originally. So I have not read it yet, but it looks really interesting. It has a lot of interesting math behind it, so I am interested in it. If you're wondering what math you need to know to get into it, at the bare minimum, you need to know Riemannian geometry. So, you know, if you want to get into it, you could try to, but you need to know Riemannian geometry.
Wow.
Hey Steve and Fematika, have you heard of the new European monument they want to make? It's called Arc Majeur, and it's a circle sector of 202.5 degrees built out of steel. I've not heard of that.
I have no idea about that either.
Are your parents amazing too? Yes, my parents are very amazing. Jan Robwol asks, what's your dream university? My dream university is probably MIT. I'd say MIT.
Nice.
They do the integral
MIT.
bees. You know? Yeah. How do you hold your mic for so long?
Huh?
How do you hold your mic for so long? It always makes my wrist stiff.
Oh.
Yeah.
3 more years. And you'll be, yeah.
Yeah, 3 more years until I'm a sophomore. Bro, if I lived in Ohio, I would rather be your friend. As I am 17 years old and I have a knowledge of Calc 1 and 2, I like your attitudes towards math. Thank you, Harry Stewart. Do you think what you do is possible for other students? You're incredible. So, do I think it's possible for other students to achieve? Realistically, most students probably no. Because I have no clue how I learned anything. Like, when I'm looking back, I'm like, I didn't know what foiling was, and then I just sort of knew what foiling was afterwards. I have no clue how I learned it.
Man.
And
by the way, just a quick question. How are your teachers' reactions that once they know you know so much math?
So, there was the teacher that originally let me skip math classes to get into AP Calculus BC. His reaction, like, I think he was amazed, I think, but he didn't really show it around me. He just, like, wanted to give me opportunities. He really wanted to figure out what I was going to do in order so that I wouldn't be in Algebra 2 next year, you know?
Yeah.
And then the AP Calculus BC teacher, I think his view of it was, I think he said to one of my friends who was also in his math class, but it was for Algebra 2, he said to him that I probably know more math than him, and he often said in class that I was more on the theoretical side while he was more on the applied side. So we went into different branches of the same thing. So I'm pretty certain that he was also very impressed. So the reactions, like they don't really like verbalize it to me, you know. They don't really say, "Wow, that's amazing, Lucas." No, they'll just be like, "Oh, that's a cool thing you got going on there, Lucas," you know. You know, they'll be modest about it. You know.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, so let's continue with our questions. All right, the questions that we have planned. So the next question is, what are your resources that you use to study? I think some of the questions that people ask as well.
Okay, wait, let me go ahead and get them.
Maybe we'll just put the links in the description later on as well. We'll make a video maybe and all that. Wait, why did you run away? You just ran away.
Okay, I'm gonna do 4 at a time.
Okay, let's take a look.
Okay,
Whoa.
books. Math books. I'm gonna go through each one of them, describe what it is, and why you should get it. Peter Cromwell, Knots and Links. This is, you guys will see this backwards. Sorry for the people on the stream. But it's Knots and Links by Peter Cromwell. It's about knot theory. Knot theory is really interesting. It has a lot of, like, if you can see right here that somehow they use the sigma symbol when referring to knot theory. So you can see knot theory over there. You can use summation right there. Yeah. So knot theory is just analyzing different knots. You can see that all throughout this book, they'll just keep using diagrams for knots. And it's formal. I think it requires a knowledge of topology first. But once you know a little bit of topology, the book's easy. The next book, which is what I use for my manifold series, my video series called Manifolds. It's Introduction to Smooth Manifolds by John M. Lee. I think it's 600 pages long. It's very comprehensive. Very comprehensive. It goes into theorem theory if you're interested in that. It's a graduate text, so don't expect it to be like hand-holding. It requires a knowledge of topology beforehand, and algebraic topology, actually. So this book you want to get when you already know undergrad math and you want to know all the stuff you need to know about manifolds. So this is a comprehensive introduction to differential geometry by Michael Spivak, and it's about differential geometry. It also goes into manifolds, but it takes more of an analysis approach. So, you know, there's the topological approach, which is like, they're very similar in their approaches, but this one relies more on analysis than topology. It does not assume a knowledge of topology before you go into it. It goes more into differentials, differential structures, differential maps. It covers a lot of the same ground as Introduction to Smooth Manifolds, but it takes a different course. It does a lot more interesting examples. Do you know Cliff Stoll from Numberphile?
I don't know his name, but maybe I recognize
Crazy
his name.
Topologist. He's an old guy with crazy hair, you know?
Wait, is that the Klein Bottle guy? No.
Klein Bottle guy, yeah.
That's a Klein Bottle guy?
Yeah, so this is a book, Comprehensive Introduction to Differential Geometry. Right here is A Hole in a Hole in a Hole, which is a video Cliff Stoll did for Numberphile. So if you want to know a hole in a hole in a hole, yeah. It's very interesting. So you can see right there that shape, that diagram, that's a hole in a hole in a hole.
Oh, man.
So watch Numberphile's video. It's called A Hole in a Hole in a Hole. It's about
I haven't
that
seen that
book.
video. I will check that out later on.
Yeah. And it introduces topology very easily. You know, it's more intuitive. Now this one is what I'm using for my category theory videos. It's by McLean, and McLean was actually one of the founders for category theory, one of the founding researchers in the field of category theory. A lot of people give that to Eilenberg, Steenrod, however you pronounce it. I don't know. So McLean, category theory for the working mathematician. I think this was one of the first like comprehensive books on category theory ever, and this is the second edition, so you know it's updated. It just goes into category theory. I don't know what else to say for that one.
Wow.
All right, let me get more books.
Okay, that's it.
All right. So I have a book on differential topology. It's by Morris W. Hirsch. Now this one I actually haven't gotten to reading, but it goes into Morse theory, which is something I wanted to learn about. So I picked that up. Haven't read it yet, so I can't really give you a... John M. Lee, Riemannian manifolds, and Introduction to Curvature. So this one also covers a lot of the same ground as Introduction to Smooth Manifolds. Except this one focuses on curvature, because that one does not go into things like the Riemannian curvature tensor or things or stuff like that. You know, Gaussian curvature I wanted to learn about, and this one has the Gauss-Bonnet theorem, if you've heard of that. That's an important theorem in math, and this one would explain it formally, which is what I wanted.
Whoa.
All right. Yeah, we got more. Brian C. Hall, Lie groups, Lie algebras, and representations, an elementary introduction. So I wanted something on Lie theory and representation theory, and this just puts it into one. So, you know, it's comprehensive about Lie theory and representations of Lie algebras and such. So that's something for that if you're ever interested. Now this one is something that's very important in my learning. It's Topology by James Monkrez. I think this is the one I recommend most often, almost all the time.
Whoa.
It looks really cool. The cover's very nice. So this one doesn't even... You can start off with just a discrete math knowledge. So what you're doing with bijective functions, it basically starts there in this book. So you can start basically from there. It goes through elementary set theory, goes through a bunch of stuff for real analysis right at the beginning of this book. So you don't even need to know real analysis before you go into this topology book. But, you know, I recommend doing real analysis before topology. And then it is completely comprehensive in point set topology and also sort of algebraic topology. So point set topology is like you look at topological spaces not algebraically. Algebraic topology is when you do look at them algebraically. So you know the what's it called? It's a space filling curve. It goes into the formalities behind this. Let me find it. I think it's called something like the Hausdorff curve, but let me try and find it. Where? Okay, let me look at the table of contents. Whoop. Chapter 1, Set Theory and Logic. Topological spaces, continuous functions, connected is compactness, countability, separation, and then it goes into some more specific. Pointwise, space filling curve, 271. So let me go ahead. I have to figure out the name of it. So it is called... What is it called? There's a famous one. It's called something else. Alright, so anyway, this book goes into what are called space-filling curves, which are going to be curves that take up the entire plane. So you fill up an entire plane using just lines, just a single line without picking up the thing. Using a continuous curve, you can fill up the entirety of the plane using just a continuous curve, basically lines. The piano, I don't know how to pronounce it. Hilbert curve, that's what I was thinking of. Yes, Hilbert curve. So I think Numberphile has a video on Hilbert curve, and this one goes into space filling curves formally. This one I just got, I have not read it, is Recent Advances in Hodge Theory. It's for when I want to go into Hodge theory more. So I don't have videos.
Can you give me,
that.
just roughly speaking, okay, how many math books do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then those are my graduate math books, 10 graduate, and then four normal ones. So 14 total. 14 math books, yeah.
By the way, I love it. I love how when you are talking about math books, I love the joy that's on your face. Your smile,
Yeah.
I can totally tell that you love it too, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot of math. What is Hodge theory? So Hodge theory. So if you've heard of the Hodge conjecture, Hodge theory is basically the study of the structures of the Hodge conjecture. So there's the Hodge classes. It's related to what's called homology theory or homological algebra, which is something in algebraic topology. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it that isn't just overly verbose. Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, no. So Hodge theory is related to non-Euclidean geometry. And basically what it does is it takes surfaces. It takes it could take a sphere, like the structure on a sphere. And what it'll do is it'll do something similar. So usually it'll do something similar to adding a curvature to it. So in topology, the idea is you can take something and you can morph it freely, right? So a sphere, you can mold it around and be like a ball of Play-Doh, You could just squish it, you could squeeze it, you could pull it, and that will all stay the same topologically. What you could do is you could add on a structure to it, which is going to be called curvature, or a Riemannian curvature tensor. That's what it's called. And what it'll do is it'll fix it. So it'll fix it so that it'll stay a sphere, just with some added conditions. So it'll basically have a more rigid structure than topology, which allows you to do basically anything with the sphere. So that's the idea behind geometric structures. Basically, you preserve more aspects of the sphere than just pure topology. But in Hodge theory, you add even more structure to it in what are called Collar manifolds. So Collar manifolds, it's very specific. It's very specific. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of like adding a curvature on it, but sort of not like adding a curvature on it. I don't know an intuitive way to explain it. But basically, it'll relate those structures, which are surfaces, with some added structure. So you add some properties to those surfaces, and you get Collar manifolds. And then you relate those I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong. So you relate those Collar manifolds with algebra. So you relate it with polynomials in what's called algebraic geometry, algebraic structures, which is, you can add stuff, you can multiply stuff, you can do stuff like that. So it's relating surfaces with structure to algebraic structures. I think that's the best I can explain it. I tried my best.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Perhaps you can answer this really well for the viewers. what would you suggest to other people who also like math? How to study, what to study, and how to study?
So
Like for example, let me make it more specific, okay? Suppose you want to study like something new. How would you begin?
So if you're going blind into a topic, I recommend either Math Exchange or Stack Overflow Math. Those usually have questions like what are good resources for this? You'll find good resources in the answers for those. But usually I don't even look at those. Like I usually I'm involved in Discord math communities. So if you check out my Discord server, there will be resources for all of the different advanced math topics that I've started going over. And so if you look at my Discord server, you'll find bunches of different resources for it. But if you really want to know beforehand, you can usually sometimes find lectures on YouTube, sometimes for the lower level ones especially. So like if you want to learn about abstract algebra, I'd recommend the Harvard lectures with I forgot the guy's name. Sorry. The lecturer's name. He does very good lectures. That's how I learned abstract algebra. And the thing about topologies, I couldn't really find good ones. Like there's N.J. Wildberger, which with his algebraic topology lectures, which I recommend to get introduced to algebraic topology if you really want to start off simple. The only thing I have to warn about N.J. Wildberger is, I'm probably saying his name wrong again. I have no clue how to pronounce anyone's name. Is that he doesn't believe in the real numbers. That he doesn't believe in the real numbers. So he thinks the math behind the real numbers is malformed. So he thinks, so we have what are known the axioms of set theory, right?
Yes.
So those are the axioms that we base everything else on, and we also have the Peano axioms, which define addition. Have you seen Tibby's video? TB's? Yeah, she's gone over it.
And then
what he denies is what is called the axiom of power set. He doesn't think that one works. He thinks we shouldn't include it, or he thinks it's malformed logically. I can't really tell. I've seen one of his debates, but he starts from a position that basically ignores the fact that the power set axiom exists. So I was just overall confused. And what he does is what's called rational trigonometry, where he just avoids all irrational numbers and he tries to do trigonometry. It's really it's really strange how he takes these transcendental functions, which will almost always output irrational numbers, and he tries to make it rational. It's really like he's grasping at straws. He's really trying.
That's interesting. Oh, by the way, later on, just give me the link so maybe you can compile like a post of the things you mentioned, the books, the links.
You can look at my about page. They're all in there.
I will do that.
Yeah,
I'll do that, and I will just also make that maybe later on for this video. Put that in the description for the other viewers. Yeah.
Yeah, Ivan, even the most hardcore mathematicians accept power set. Yeah, he's pretty much a crank, if you know what those are. He's similar, but not as bad as John Gabriel, I'd say.
I knew you were going to...
He's a good mathematician. He clearly knows what he's talking about, but the real number thing, what he does in the algebraic topology series is instead of saying like R, like the R, the set, instead of referring to it as that, he uses the letter A because he thinks it should be the rational numbers. So he reaches a compromise and he calls it the affine plane and the affine line so that he can avoid using the real numbers in the real line. And it's really bizarre.
Whoa.
It's really bizarre because like the topological, like the structures on the real numbers and the rational numbers are completely different. So I have no clue how he wants to go about it.
All right, cool. Oh yeah. So speaking of because you mentioned some channel, right? Because that's how you mentioned YouTube channel. Next question: what is your favorite YouTube channel? First, let's talk about the math part, and then we'll talk about the non-math.
Oh, favorite
The
math
math.
channel.
I know your answer. I actually knew you mentioned it before I knew it.
Did I say my favorite math channel before?
I think so. May I take a guess first then?
Yeah, take a guess, because I don't remember what it could have been.
3 blue, 1 brown.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking about
Exactly.
saying it.
You mentioned it. Yeah.
The 3 blue 1 brown, very good. Mathologer.
Totally.
Mathologer is another one. Mathologer.
Yeah.
He does very good content. But if I'm going for math, like pure math education, that's not like broad, it's like going into math research. There's a good channel for it. It's called Graduate Mathematics. I think it has a picture of Grothendieck as its profile picture on YouTube.
That's the one just lecture, right?
It's just lectures. There's also
Yeah, I know that one too. Yeah.
ICTM Mathematics. I think it's some arrangement of those letters. Right now they're doing a bunch of stuff on black holes and general relativity. So I find that really interesting. So those are the two main pure math research channels that I'd be interested in. And then 3 blue 1 brown, Mathologer, and some Vsauce videos. Have you seen his videos on
nice.
Counting past infinity? Those are really nice.
Yeah.
They really explain set theory like simply. Like he uses the axiom of replacement, which is like he explains it so simply. Like he just shows the bananas moving on to the apples, and that explains the axiom perfectly. It's great.
Yeah. How about the non-math ones? Which other channels do you watch besides math? No math related, no science related, just for fun.
Okay, what channels? Oh, not science related. I was gonna.
Yeah, no nothing. Okay, just like entertainment purpose only.
Do you know Gus Johnson? Gus Johnson. So he's a sketch comedy YouTuber. I think he's hilarious. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he does a bunch of memes, like short meme videos. He got on trending a bunch of times. Yeah, makes a lot of funny content. There's also Sven Johnson, which is his brother, and he makes the same sort of videos. It's great. It's like they don't look like brothers. They look completely different, but they make the same content and they're brothers. It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe later on, like the questions that we have, and then we'll also answer them. So we'll make a post, and also the links of the Johnson brothers that you mentioned, so we can also have that too.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any sports maybe?
I'm
Basketball,
debating. So it is slightly politically motivated, so I don't know if I should mention it, but but I have been really interested in a channel called ContraPoints, and she does video essays. Natalie Wynn. She does video essays on a bunch of different topics. I find them really interesting. Her videos are very artistic at the same time. So they have what she does is they're called Socratic dialectics, which are she has a bunch of different characters in her videos, and she they're all her. Like it's just all her dressed up as different characters, and they do debates, just like between different perspectives, but she's both of the perspectives, and she's doing debates between them. And so it's very interesting to see those videos.
That reminds me of Epic Battle Time. Something like Epic Rap Battle. What's that channel's name? Epic some battle.
Epic
Battle, right?
Oh,
you know what? Epic Battle Time, right?
I don't know if I know what you're talking about. Epic battle time?
You know what I mean, right? Just like, okay, for example, the Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates.
Oh, epic the rap battles of history.
Oh yeah. No, not. I forgot.
Yeah, ERB. Except
Epic
it's not
rap battle,
rapping,
there we
you
go.
know. It's not.
Epic.
Yeah, those ones. I know what you're talking about.
No one. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that channel. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look of the chat to see like what are the things people are asking, that.
Yeah,
So we don't
we're
ignore the forest. So yeah.
taking things from the chat. Here in Greece, all of my friends.
PewDiePie.
Oh,
Huh?
I am not subscribed to PewDiePie, sadly.
Okay.
So what happened is after T-Series broke 100 million, I'm just like, I never watched any of his videos, so I just unsubscribed. Like, it was just taking up space in my. I'm still subscribed on my second channel, but I never use it.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Mu Prime Math is here. So hi, Mu Prime
he
Math.
is?
Yeah, and Gustavo. I'm just like giving a shout out to the people that I know, like the people I recognize. And Carter, hi. Yeah, let's see. And maybe also pick up some questions.
Do I speak another language? I am learning Spanish.
Spanish, right?
Yeah.
I saw your comments on the other day. It's like,
Yeah.
"Man, Lucas, what are you talking about? Like,
I can't speak Spanish. Like, my pronunciation is probably not very good. I can barely speak English. Like, with my pronunciations. Dr. Payan can speak
five
like
languages, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Like, is he fluent in all of them?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he can do math in all five. Yeah, it's like, man, he has a PhD in math and also speaks 5 languages.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I can never imagine speaking 5 languages.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what others. So right now, if you guys have any questions, you guys can leave a comment right now, and we are looking at the comments, right? And then we'll resume to the questions that we have already planned it.
Okay. The teacher of engineering, is that what the guy's name is?
Who?
He's a moderator on your channel. He said, "We can speak Spanish. I'm from Argentina." Oh, is that just he is I think he's just verified.
He's yeah.
Oh yeah, he has a lot of subscribers. El Traductor de Ingeniería. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I cannot pronounce anything. Do you have any friends into maths as much as you are? So I have one person who's on my trivia club's team, and he's into pure math. He wants to be a pure mathematician. I don't know if he knows as much as I do, because I've asked him about some real analysis topics that he doesn't know about, but he's clearly very interested. So I don't know. He's very into math, you know. He probably does more math daily than I do, but he stays more within like stuff he knows, I think.
I see.
Yeah.
And then you just keep bringing new stuff in a fast pace too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say one person would be as into math as I am, but I don't really have other friends that are into math that much. Someone asked a question. Am I into chess? No, not at all. I'm very bad at chess. Paul Dawkins calc books. I've never been introduced to those. Are you interested in programming? Yes. I have actually programmed animations for videos for Blackpen Redpen with interchanging the differentials and changing order of differentials, triple integral video. Yeah, so I am interested in programming. If you go into any one of my videos descriptions, you'll find a link that says animations, and that'll link to my GitHub, and I have code there. I program in
Nice.
in Python and JavaScript primarily. Those are the two languages. I'm a 14-year-old trying to learn calculus on my own by watching math videos. Can you give me any advice? Khan Academy. What is it? Oh, what's it called? It's the math notes. It's Paul's online math notes. Yeah, those. That's very good. Professor Leonard. And for books, I don't really know any books. I have a calculus book back there. It's I'll get it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Problem solvers calculus. It goes tons and tons and tons of problems in calculus. It goes from Calc 1 all the way up into differential equations.
Is that a 3,000 problem solved?
It's just problem solvers, REA, Research and Education Association.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a thick book.
Yeah.
It's just like a dictionary. Wow.
And they just tons and tons of calculus problem questions. Just whole lot. And also black pen, red pen. Black pen, red pen would help.
Thank you.
Yeah, black pen, red pen also does have a very good introduction. I think I saw Damian sos me eroe gracias a vos pude confortar. Okay.
What?
That's a comment. I'm trying to translate it. So it says thank you. I think pude would be like the ability. Wait, if Fourier would be for the mathematician. So I don't know. I can't translate that in my head right now. He might be using shorthand. I can't tell. I'm scrolling up a bit. I think traductor means translator. It does. I'm an idiot. Yeah. So that's Argentina translator. The translator of Argentina. Yeah. I think he says Ivan Pineda says try to speak something in Spanish. Bruh. He says, bruh, try to speak something in Spanish. Hola. Me llamo Lucas. Estoy muy bien. Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything else.
Well, I cannot even try. I took Spanish in high school for like a year, but I don't remember anything, unfortunately. I'm not good in languages. You guys can probably tell.
You know more languages than I do.
Anyway, let's get back to the questions. We have a couple more to go, all right? So here is I think this is like the best part, okay? Let's talk about your favorite math formula or theorem or proof.
Oh, yeah.
Just pick one. No, just pick one. I just want you to pick one, okay? For Monica, just one. Huh? Which one?
Stokes theorem.
How come?
So if you look at the general Stokes theorem, it is unbelievably nice. Wait, I have the book here. I'm gonna find it in the book. The formula for the general Stokes theorem, it is so easy to memorize. It's so nice. It uses like so much math and it simplifies so much. Green's lemma would just be that's Hodge theorem, assuming it's before. I should probably look in the table of contents.
My arms are tired.
Yep. That's what always happens with mine, and I have to keep it in my left hand because I am only right-handed. So just during those an hour and a half recordings, I just keep the mic like at a constant length from my face so that it doesn't like ruin the audio.
Yeah, same here. And when are you going to break the record?
Oh, yeah.
When are you going to do 300 integrals?
I don't know if I want to. You know, that would take all day. And the fact that so what I'm actually doing right now is I'm learning how to write with my left hand.
Oh, come. So you can like switch hands?
I can switch hands, yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually that's a goal I have in mind because I always get tired when I write with my right hand.
Know what? Let me show you guys, okay? In fact, before, right, I was trying to teach math with both hands. Like, I can write F, right? And the X inside. And then that's equal to, let's say, 3x squared. This is before black and red pen. I was trying to do math with both hands. Yeah. But it looks funny, so I stopped doing it. And by the way, no, go ahead.
So anyway, Stokes' theorem in general says basically the integral over a manifold of d omega is equal to the integral over the boundary of the manifold of omega. So when you write it out, I don't know if you can see that. Wait, let me try.
I can see on the phone it has better.
Right there.
It's more clear on phone.
That is the form. It's going to be reversed for everyone, but that is Stokes' theorem generally. And it's written, look at that formula. That formula is so simple. It's unbelievable. You can find it on the Wikipedia page as well. First page. It's unbelievable how nicely that works out. Yeah, it's my favorite theorem, I'd say. It's crazy.
So I guess the proof is your favorite proof too.
Yeah, the proof of Stokes' theorem is crazy and not at all like trivial. No, okay. My favorite proof is not of that. My favorite proof is that every normal space is metrizable. So what that means is basically on certain spaces with certain properties, you can have a notion of distance between any 2 points. Even if you don't like naturally have a notion of distance, if your space has certain properties, you can create distances between any 2 points that corresponds with that structure. It's crazy, the proof. And it's really nice. And a close second to that would be Uri-san's lemma, which is also a topological proof. So those are two great proofs. Like they go wild, you know?
Nice. All right, how about let's talk about one thing that you would like to do besides math.
Piano, yeah.
Oh yeah, nice, yeah. I see you play piano.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at the piano, I'd say.
You want to play some for us right now, or? Oh, it's just right there.
It's right there, yeah.
It's just right next to you, just behind you, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Would you like to show us a piece real quick, or?
Yeah. I'll do 2 minutes of Moonlight Sonata third movement.
Okay.
I don't know if this will help.
And by the way, it's not TV screen wall.
So originally it was going to be a new whiteboard, but it reflects extremely well, and so I could never record it. So this is a glass whiteboard, and so what I use it for now is I keep my notes over here, and my actual whiteboard I record on is over there. So I use this one to write notes, and I could just look over at my notes if I ever wanted to during a video.
Nice.
Okay, hope.
All right, okay. We can hear you.
Okay.
Ooh.
going, but you know, you get the idea.
Wow. By the way, did you play the piece for your background music a few like last video, 2 videos ago?
What was the question?
You had a background music. Did you play that piece yourself?
So that is a Chopin waltz, Op 69 number 10. I do know a Chopin waltz, but not that one. That one's just the famous one. I put it in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, so that.
Oh, okay.
So the thing about the one with the sums, I felt like to sort of mask the fact that I cut a lot, I wanted to use like stuff to make it not as silent, you know.
Wow. And by the way, like how long have you been playing piano?
Since I was 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Math and piano. Wow.
Yeah, math and piano. That's usually how it goes.
Nice. And how much time do you spend to practice piano per day then?
Recently, it's been more than math because I've been taking sort of a laid-back approach to math recently. But
math break, okay.
Either I won't practice at all, or I'll practice for like 3 hours. So like once I get going, like I'll just practice for a while.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how it is. Like I'm always hesitant to start, but once I start, I can't stop. You know.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is just amazing. And decaf math ASMR also claps for you too. Everybody's saying amazing too. Wow.
Practice 40 hours a day. Yeah, ling 40 hours.
Okay, one more question, and then we'll take a look at the chart. Are there any things that you would like people to know you for?
Anything I'd like. So what does that mean? What do you mean?
Like, okay, what do you want people to know you for? Like, if you hear Fematika, blank. Fematika is blank, or maybe Lucas is blank. Like, you want to be known for what? Yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah,
I love that. I love asking these kind of questions to interviews. So,
yeah. What do I want? So, what do I want someone's first thought to be of me? So I'd say
pretty much.
So like in the future or now?
I think we can talk about both if you would like.
Okay, so right now, I'd like to think that people, when they hear Fematika, they think of a good explainer. Because I think something about my audience base is that, you know, I cover like a wider range of math topics. So, you know, I go from, you know, sometimes I'll make a calculus video every once in a while. Sometimes I'll make a number theory video. Sometimes I'll make a graduate math video. You know, it jumps all over the place. And the thing about it is that a lot of people don't have the prerequisites yet for a lot of my videos. But I'd like for someone... So with my measure theory videos, particularly, a lot of people find them useful, you know? A lot of people comment and they say, I finally understand measure theory now. And those are the comments I really enjoy, because, you know, it's not that, you know, I'm a child prodigy, you know, genius. It's more about that I'm explaining and doing good for the explanation of math.
Seriously,
That's what I'd like to be known for.
I see. Is that the video that you have the most?
Yeah, measure theory 1.1. So, right? Yeah, the quality is lower than I'd like it to be, and you know I look young, but you know I think it's a fine example of a video that I'd like people to see. Yeah. Yeah,
it's all about the explanation, not the quality.
Not the quality.
Like of the video. Yeah. The quality of the explanation rather than the quality of the video.
Quality. Yeah. But I think if you up the quality of the video, you can actually reach a wider audience who wouldn't be, you know, as annoyed by the glare on the whiteboard that covered up the writing.
Seriously, yeah.
And in a lot of my videos, the lighting obscures the writing, where I couldn't light it right, and I just used my Mac webcam, and it wouldn't look as good, you know. And so when I up the quality, it ups the ability to read it, and thus the ability for you to understand it. So I think that's part of the.
Well, I still use my I still use my MacBook Air too.
Yeah.
From 2013. From 2013, you guys.
So if I used my
Huh?
Yeah, so you record in a classroom just using your Mac webcam. But if I used my
like a couple years. Huh?
If I used my lighting with my MacBook webcam, I was gonna say MacBook Mebcam, with my MacBook webcam, it would probably look fine. I think it's more the lighting that was the issue that made it bad on the webcam. But I also ended up getting a better webcam that I'm actually not using right now because of the delay on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the lights that right here I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about in the future?
Whoa! Whoa!
What happened?
You're glitching out a little bit. It's
Why?
it's spooky, quite honestly.
Wait, why? What happened?
I don't know. I think it's a connection issue.
Huh. You mean like this? Okay.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Fixed it. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. That's
So in the
how about for the future? In the future.
Well, what was the original question?
In the future, like what do you want other people to know you for?
Oh, in
for
the future, yeah.
Yeah, the future.
I'd like them to know me for my math research. So I'd like to do something influential in mathematics to where people would know my name for something I did, you know? People would say, that's a good mathematician, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
As Fematika or your name?
So I think Fematika, I'd still want the explanations to be good. I'd like people to think that's a math communicator. He wants to spread higher level maths. But in my name, I'd like to be associated with math research, like some sort of influence in math research. Yeah.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. And by the way, I forgot to ask this. Like, why Fematika? Like, what's the meaning of the name? How did you come with this name? I forgot to ask that. I forgot. That should be like one of the first questions I should ask. But no, let's talk about that. How did you come with the name? Yeah.
It is a strange story. Okay, I'm gonna go more in depth here than I did before with my other answers, because I usually just say I don't know, or I try to simply explain it. So, at one point in my life, I was not into math. I was more into science. You know, I did not want to do math videos. I didn't want to do any of that. I was more into science, and so originally, my channel started off. When I was really young, it started off as a gaming channel. Obviously, those are the only ones, and it was called Ludum, and Ludum means game in Latin. So basically, the names I came up with, I'd always just like convert to another language some words I wanted to be associated with the channel. So I called it like Ludum or whatever. And then I realized, you know, this sucks. No one's ever going to want to watch this ever. And then I deleted all my videos. And then the channel, this channel, Fematika, changed to Bob Saget Lover 86.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the way that came about was the first video on Bob Saget Lover 86. So in 7th grade, we had a course where you could program games. And in this course, one of my friends programmed a game. You know, and I played that game and I recorded it, and it was a parody of my old like Let's Play videos. And what I did is I had a Chromebook at the time. What I did was I bought the first free screen recorder, and it lagged so badly. Like my computer, it would, and so I realized that like if I took it seriously at all, like it would not work. And so I made it a complete joke video. And so that's the origin of Bob Saget Lover 86.
Okay.
So the origin of the name Bob Saget Lover 86, I'm pretty sure it was complete improv. I think Bob Saget was a funny name I knew. And then I'm like, Lover, because I love Bob Saget. And then 86 was the first number that popped in my head. And so that's how I came up with the channel name.
I see.
And originally it was called Ludum. So, you know, I changed the channel name to fit what was in that video, which was completely just like improvised. And then I uploaded a bunch of meme videos. Just a bunch of random, just meme videos. But then what happened was I started to get interested in science and math communities, and I started commenting on a lot of places, and specifically Plank Time, if you know that.
I heard, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so they had a YouTube channel. So the way I found out about Plank Time is also interesting. So there was a kid, and he did videos on like astronomy and cosmology videos. I think it was like, I forgot the name of the channel. But then Plank Time, I found their channel because they were advertising on PBS Spacetime's comment section. And I'm like, oh, that should be interesting. And I clicked on their channel. And then in the comments of their videos, Plank Time was advertising their videos. And then I clicked on Plank Time, and that's how I ended up in the Plank Time community. And basically, I did not want to be associated with Bob Saget Lover 86 when trying to present seriously in science communities. And so the name Fematika, this is where it comes in. I did a similar thing to what I did with Ludum. I plugged in 2 words into Google Translate into 2 different languages, and then I combined them. Now, what 2 words were they? Matika is the ending of Mathematica, which is Latin for mathematics. And then the FE was translated into some language. I still have absolutely no clue. And then I looked at the phonetic spelling of it, and it had an FE at the beginning. And it was of science. So it was science combined with math. Because originally, I was more interested in physics, science, all that.
Yeah.
But I have no clue what language the word for science starts with FE. Yeah, I think it was Greek, and Google Translate just messed up.
Okay.
Yeah, that might have been
It's a cool name, though.
Yeah, and I'm like, Fematika, you know? That's interesting.
I always thought that because of Fermat, so you came up with Fematika.
Yeah.
Fermat and Mathematica, maybe something like that.
Yeah, so what actually happened is on Plank Time, somebody came up with the name, like the same exact name, without knowing anything about my name.
Wow.
Except they replaced the K with a C. And the way they did it was with Fermat. So they did Fematika.
Oh.
And I'm like, hey, did you take that from my name? And they're like, oh no, we didn't even know you were here. And I thought that was so interesting. So what actually happened is I went from Ludum, and then I started getting involved on some science places, and then I changed to Fematika, and then I wanted to upload meme videos. So I don't think I actually like participated in the science communities. I just wanted to have like a actual like channel name that wasn't Bob Saget Lover, Ludum, Ludum. So I changed it to Fematika so that I could upload content and not be embarrassed by my name.
I see.
And then I changed it back to Bob Saget Lover 86 to upload the videos, and then I changed it back to Fematika and deleted all those videos, created a second channel, renamed it after the first one, re-uploaded all of the videos I uploaded on the first version of it. And so what happened was, my channel that you see now was originally Bob Saget Lover 86, but then I switched it over to... So originally it was Ludum, then I switched it to Fematika, then I switched it to Bob Saget Lover 86, then I switched it back to Fematika, deleted all the videos, and then created a second channel called Bob Saget Lover 86. So that's the entire story.
Okay.
Yeah, long story. Sorry.
Yeah. On Google Hangout, you still you are still set Lover 86. And by the way, for the people who are here, let me just tell you guys that 1986 is the year I was born. 1986.
All right. So, are we gonna do?
Hello.
Are we going to do more chat questions or?
Yeah. Let's do more of the chat question. Yeah.
You have to define a new function. Call it bra of x.
So for the people who are still here, yes, can leave your question. This is the last time that we'll be answering the question from the chat. And then lastly, we will just do a math question, and then
All right. Oh, I'm always wearing Adidas. Am I into fitness? No. So these are the shirts that I suppose are the lowest effort. So, graphic tees, they have, like, personality to them, Like, you read them and they say stuff, that's too much, If you just go with the sports shirts, like, you can do no wrong with the sports shirts,
Mm-hmm.
What's 2019 minus 1986? 33.
I'll leave that to you guys to figure it out.
That's an exercise for the reader. What power are your glasses? I have no clue what my prescriptions are. Do you consider yourself gifted? Yeah. I'd say that I'm
by the way, shout out to Arya. He's the one who did the 200 integrals, 9.5 hours. Yeah, he's in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
If you would play another instrument, what would it be?
I actually do play another instrument. Clarinet.
Wow.
Right there.
What's that?
It's a clarinet.
It's a suitcase. But what's that? What's
it's
inside?
Inside of it is a clarinet. I can't.
Yeah.
Clarinet.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful,
Oh,
be
nice.
careful. Don't do that.
I tried my hardest, That's all that matters. Yeah, so anyway, it's a clarinet. Let's go ahead and put that back. Yep, so I'm Squidward, everybody. Haha.
Wait, you're gone. So for Benjamin, he asked, I think this question is for me. Do I have a whiteboard at home or... Well, Lucas, Fematika has a whiteboard at home.
Yeah.
I'm always in the classroom, so yeah. So that's for Benjamin. Okay, so Muhammad asked, do you consider yourself gifted?
I'd say that I can learn easier. I think I have a better memory, and I think I can learn quicker than most people. So if that's what you mean by gifted, then yeah. But I don't think I'm I don't know how inherent intelligence is to a person, but I think I'm not unintelligent.
Let's see. Has someone in your family inspired you? That's a good question, actually.
I'd like to say so, but no one else in my family is a mathematician. No one else in my family really is in academia. Really, they have jobs. They have good jobs. They're smart people. They're all so what? Okay, so I'd say my mom, because when I was little, so I said at one point I wasn't interested in math, but there was clearly always like I wasn't. So that means during school years I wasn't interested, but there was definitely an interest in math before school and out of school. And I definitely wasn't like bad at math or anything. So what happened was, a bunch of times I would just ask. So I remember one time my brother and I were on the couch downstairs and my mom was just asking us multiplication questions. And we were like, I think we were like 4 or 5, both of us. So my brother, we were just sitting down doing multiplication problems. Because my mom's a teacher. She's like for younger children. And eventually I got like bored of multiplication, I assume. And then I asked my mom to teach me long division. And I learned how, and she was obviously very tired for most of this, but I just sat at the end of her bed and I kept asking her for long division problems where you do like, you divide through it and then you'd write out the remainder. And I just do those. I did that for like hours, I think. Yeah, just lots and lots of division problems. So I'd say my mom, because she gave me all those problems.
Wow, okay.
I didn't.
The long division ones.
When I went into preschool, I didn't know how to write my name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, how old you said?
When I went into preschool, which would have been like 5. I knew how to multiply and I knew how to long divide, but I didn't know how to write my name.
So you are good with numbers more than language, you will say?
So the weird thing about it is that when I was a kid, I was probably more interested in writing than math. I actually wrote 2 books when I was in, like, books, you know. They were both like 40 pages long, and I figured out how to use Microsoft Word on our old Dell computer.
Ooh, okay.
And I just wrote stories, you know. When I was like 3 or 4, I draw out stories, just, you know, like crude stories, comic books based off of like SpongeBob and stuff, you know. And I always try to give a plot to them, but you know, I was 3 or 4, 5. But you know, I was always more interested in writing earlier on. I think they thought I was going to be a writer, but you know, I don't know if that's true anymore.
Mathematician is now.
Yeah. Is there any philosophy behind you pursuing math? There's the philosophy of math. Mathematical logic. There's definitely a philosophy to creating axiomatic systems, whether math is created or invented or discovered. You know, if you're a pure mathematician, you definitely say invented, because you create the axioms arbitrarily, but you do discover the systems you want to model in the real world. So in a way, math is invented, but sometimes it's created or invented in ways to model the real world. So there's no philosophy behind me pursuing math. You know, I don't really philosophically worry about it that much. It's just I kind of do it because I want to do it. You know, something I'm interested in. But there is philosophy behind math, if that's what you were. That's a alternative question. Do you guys know any good calculus modeling exploration topics? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean by modeling exploration topics?
I think more like applications.
Yeah.
Application of calculus.
Oh, Wolfram Alpha.
Huh?
Wolfram Alpha.
Wolfram Alpha?
Yeah, that's the best one for everything calculus, I'd say. Or Mathematica is a programming language made for mathematicians. That would be good as well. What is really rewarding part about mathematics for you? Solving problems on your own. Just being able to logically sort through problems and then finally getting a valid proof out the other end. If you do something especially clever, like that you came up with on your own, like it is very rewarding. And I think it's just the logical, the logic behind math that's really interesting as well. It's the learning, as well as the everything else in math. And the solving problems that would make be the most rewarding. Do your relatives ask you to do their homeworks / tutor them? Yeah, my brother would ask me to help him with math homework every once in a while, but not that often. I didn't tutor anyone in my family. I didn't tutor my brother.
Is your brother older or younger than you?
He's older. Yeah. He's into music making. Yeah. Not a math guy. Who is my favorite mathematician? That's such an arbitrary question. I'm tempted to say Grothendieck, because Grothendieck did a bunch of cool pure math stuff. Like Gauss, Euler, Riemann were much more influential in creating the systems for this newer math, but Grothendieck really expanded upon that. And he really the most influential person in algebraic geometry. Yeah, and he applied category theory to it.
And just to answer this person's question, like I don't think I know a good calculus modeling exploration topics. Like we don't know what exactly you are trying to.
Yeah. Yeah, they said thanks for the answer, so. So I think we're good. Leibniz or Newton, they came up with it at the same time in distinct ways. So neither. They both came up with it at the same time. That is the objectively correct answer. Thank you very much. Did you proof Matt Parker's problem? I tried to. It didn't work out. I'm going to probably make a follow-up video. I'm working on... So I came up with a better way to do it. It still uses the commutator if you watch the original video. But the problem with my original video is not the first proof, but the part where I apply it to optimizing. I said that when you increase the number of pegs, you start with the previous optimal one, and then you move on, you add on to it. And that's not the optimal way to do it. So I'll update the video. Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's see. Maybe we'll take 2 more if there are people still asking questions.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What? Pickle Rick? The Szechuan sauce
What?
sweating intensifies? Yeah. It was a thing.
Spicy sauce. Yeah.
It was a McDonald's dipping sauce that they released in a special promotion from the movie Mulan. It was a limited time thing. They released it at McDonald's. What happened is in Rick and Morty, they did a thing where Rick, who was the genius scientist guy, and he was like, I just wish they brought back Szechuan sauce. That was kind of the thing at the beginning of the 3rd season, and then he kind of went crazy over it, and then I think they brought it back in the show, but then McDonald's responded because a lot of people wanted McDonald's to bring it back. McDonald's actually did bring it back, and then a bunch of people, and they just they lined up for it. It was a big thing.
Wow.
Where everyone wanted it, who watched Rick and Morty, and they ran out of supplies of Szechuan sauce pretty quickly. It was a big meme. Favorite function? That's a hard one. Devil's Staircase. Yeah, Devil's Staircase. Cantor's function. Or no. Okay. I'd say, what's it called? Weierstrass function. That is an example of a function which is continuous everywhere, but differentiable nowhere. So it's everywhere continuous. It's continuous throughout, but you cannot take the derivative at any point on the entire curve.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah.
Yeah, Weierstrass. BPRP, what's the math problem behind you?
Oh, you guys will see it later on.
Yeah, it's one of his videos.
Yeah.
Hello, Julia Brooks. What questions are more fun, ODE or PDE? I have no clue how to do PDE questions reasonably well, but from what I've seen, they look pretty fun. But ODEs are pretty fun as well, using Laplace transforms, you know? It's a really interesting thing, I think. I'd say ODEs are more fun because they're less frustrating, because they're easier understood.
Yeah.
At least homogeneous ones. Wouldn't it be beneficial for you guys to buy a mini mic when you could clip it to your shirts? You made a video on it, on why you use the mic.
Somebody asked that question. Let me see.
Yeah, why do you use the ball mic instead of a clip-on mic? You explained it. You need to have something in your hand.
Yeah, this is the way to go. Yeah, I have a video on that.
Someone else said hey, but their name is written. I think that is that. Yeah, they have a non-English, non-Latin character.
Simon asked, "Where shall I start when I want to prepare myself studying at a high-level university?"
Like, where should you start math-wise?
I assume so.
So, you usually start with linear algebra, I'd say. Linear algebra, or sometimes differential equations, like if you continue that high-level university stuff. But yeah, where should I start preparing to study at? I'd say go into basics of linear algebra or basics of differential equations, just so you could get a little prep before you go into, because those are broad topics. If you don't learn it over a long while, you're probably not gonna get the full thing.
And I think the proofs in linear algebra, they are slightly more friendlier compared to like if you go into real analysis right away.
Yeah, linear analysis is awful with proofs. Analysis, I would never want to be an analyst because the proofs, they're not. No, thank you. Will I answer this question? Yes. What do you think of Gödel's incompleteness theorem? I assume it's correct, and it's very interesting. It's a logical theorem. I'm interested in logic, but I'm not like a logic guy. I'm not going to be a logicist, whatever you call them. But, it's a good theorem. It's a good theorem. What math subjects should I learn before I can learn category theory? You could technically start with any amount of knowledge because it's its own formal thing. But I'd recommend learning up to algebraic topology, which would mean you learn abstract algebra, presumably including a little bit of Galois theory. You don't have to, but there's something in category theory called a Galois connection. It's an extension of Galois theory. I'd also recommend doing topology and then algebraic topology after that. And that's usually the examples they give you in category theory for functors like homology or homotopy groups. And those would be functors. And so those are the main examples you need to know. Basically just abstract algebra and topology. Someone asks, are you teachers? Black pen, red pen is.
Am.
I don't know if you could count me. So
You are a teacher too on YouTube?
I'm a YouTube teacher. I'm not an actual teacher.
Yeah.
I'm not an employed teacher. Galoa. Galoa? Really? Is that how you say it? Galoa?
Huh?
Gallois. I always say Galloy because it's spelled Galois. And so I'm like, oh, it's Galloy. I'm pretty sure that's how the guy in the Harvard lectures pronounced it. Galois? No way. Do you procrastinate often? Yes, all the time. I'm a major procrastinator. When it's something I'm interested in,
nice.
like I'll probably do it
Fematika.
whenever I wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the questions. And lastly, did you prepare a question to show us in like 5 to 10 minutes?
Oh no, I didn't. Oh shoot.
Because if we don't do any math, I think the viewers will not be so happy. So one of us must do some math, and then I think you should do some math too.
Well, I have this. I mean, like it might.
Huh?
Okay. I'd have to move.
Oh,
my
by the way,
entire
if you
setup.
don't have a question, maybe I have one for you because I actually just got one from a viewer 2 days ago, and I have no idea how to solve this. Can you see it right here?
I can see it. 1 minus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6 minus 1 over 9. What is the pattern? Is that plus 3 every time?
Is that you plus
No.
and minus, plus minus?
Plus minus. What is the... So it does 4, then 6, then 9, then... What is the pattern there? 4, 6, 9, 11, 14...
It's like if you look at the positive ones is you put 5 in the denominator, you find the denominator every time. And then if you look at the let me just put this down.
Yeah, can you write it up there? Because I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just see.
Satisfying erasing award.
Let me see. I cannot really see myself.
Well, let's see if I can write on here and have you guys see it.
Because I cannot see myself on the laptop. Actually, I'll just put it down here. Question is... 1 minus 1 over 4 plus 6 minus 1 over 9 over 1 minus 1 over 3.
Oh, okay.
And minus 1 over 9. And if you look at the black and red, you will see the pattern.
So it's plus 5 every time for the black and plus 5 every time, but they start at different points.
Yeah.
So
and I entered this on Wolfgang Alpha. The answer is rather crazy. So shout out to William. He's the one who asked this question, and I haven't answered his email because I didn't know how to do it. So maybe you can discuss this here right now.
Yeah, all right.
And maybe we can also look at the chat to see if the other people have some ideas.
Oh, you cannot see that at all. Yeah, no.
What's that?
You cannot see this board at all. Okay. Okay. I'd either have to write this out on a sheet of paper and then just explain it, or I'd have to move my setup. I might just move.
By the way, you have flipped this, so if you write on your board,
yeah, it'll be backwards. Yeah, I can't unflip it. So I mean,
okay.
I'll explain my thought process on this one. So you could probably do something with partial fractions there. No. You'd do the reverse of partial fractions. So you'd combine the two different fractions into one.
I'm sitting down, by the way. I'm just feeling lazy. So the sum n goes from 1 to infinity. If you look at the black one, is 1 over 5 minus 4. And then look at the red one, is 1 over 5 minus 1.
Yeah. So now the thing about those is that if you split them up individually, you get harmonic series, and those diverge. And so you have to look at that combined. So that makes
combined.
Yeah, so combine the two fractions.
So do this in your head. So we have 25n squared and minus 20 and then minus 24.
21. 24. Yeah.
21. Yes.
So wait.
Plus 21 and minus plus 4, yeah?
No,
no, this minus 21, sorry.
Wait. Minus 25.
Wait. Minus 25. Why?
Yeah, because there's a minus 4 times the 5n, and then 5n times minus 1. It's minus 25n.
Cannot do math.
Yeah.
Minus 25n.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
these two numbers are the same, actually. Kind of fun. Anyway, and then 5n, that is 0, so it's negative 1 plus 4, so it's 3.
Yep. Yeah, that's the right way. Okay.
Yeah, and
so that
this
right
is
there.
the one. Yeah. So if we split it, we get that. And here I think what telescoping.
Yeah. So it's not really telescoping. Oh, there's something here that I remember. It's related to the Euler-Mascheroni constant, I think. No.
Huh.
No, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of the harmonic numbers with logarithms, but this doesn't have logarithms. So that you can't just divide it up. Can't do telescoping. So you might want to figure out a way to make this sum into something that's easier to analyze or something more general. So I'm trying to find a pattern that you could find. So the good thing that comes out of this is that the top stays the same. It's a constant on the top. So you just get a 1 over n squared plus stuff, you know?
Okay. I think we can complete the square on the bottom. That maybe somehow that'll work.
Yeah.
Right? So if we do that. And by the way, I'm kind of surprised that 25 there. Anyway, just surprised. Let's see. 3 is on the top over. So this is 5, and so let's do it this way. Factor out the 25. And we have n squared minus n, which is n squared minus 1/2 squared plus 1 over 4.
Yeah.
No, minus 1 over 4.
I think so.
Yeah.
So then you can replace it with that. And then that...
Does this help though? Let's see. Yeah. N minus 1/2 squared minus 1 over 4 and then plus 4. Like that, yeah?
Yeah. So a quarter of 25 is not very nice.
Okay, so we can put the numbers. Am I okay? So sum as n goes from 1 to infinity, 3 over. This right here is 25. We can factor it out later if we need to. And this is n minus 1/2 square. Minus 25 over 4 plus 20 over 4. So it's minus 5 over 4.
So that's interesting. You can
Yeah.
factor out
So
the
that's
5
the
and pull a
arithmetic.
constant out.
So far, so good, right? I didn't make any arithmetic mistakes.
So the big problem that comes with this is that usually you could just shift the bounds, but it's n minus 1/2.
Yeah.
So now it's like that's not much nicer. Let's look at the chat.
And perhaps we can look at the chart to see if there's anybody who comment on this thing right here.
People are writing different forms for it. It's minus 9 over 4. Why was
Minus
it
9 over 4. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
9?
Oh, you did 20 over 4. You did 20 over 4, which is 5, but you should have done 20. You should have done 16 over 4. So it would have been 16. Oh. Yeah. So it'd be the 16 over 4 minus yeah.
20 over 4 minus plus 16 over 4. Yeah, 4.
All right. I don't know if that helps.
I know, because like I'm looking at this form and I'm stuck too, so yeah.
I mean, you could do a difference of squares. Difference of squares with that.
Well, if you factor it, eventually you get to this anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it'd still be a difference of squares. But it'd get you back to...
yeah,
it'd get you back to 5n minus 4 times 5n minus 1, I think.
I see what you mean. That's...
So that'd be 5 times
3
that.
over...
That'd be interesting.
So this will be 5. This is 1/2. And minus 3 over 2, yeah?
Yeah.
And
5 has...
the other thing, 5 minus 1/2.
Yeah, no, that's the same form. This is the same form we had before.
Okay. So it's kind of like this, but we factor it this way, huh? What? That's so weird.
You get 5n minus 4 times 5n minus 1 still. Yeah.
Huh?
You still get 5n minus 4 times 5n minus 1. So it's just the thing we had before.
Yeah.
So like that would just get you back to where we started.
But this looks nicer though.
No, if you expand it out, you get 5n minus 4 times 5n minus 1.
I know it's pretty much this and that denominator, yeah. But as I said, this looks nicer.
Yeah. That does look more
for some
interesting.
reason.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, what would you do with that, though?
I have no idea.
This question...
honestly, I checked with Wolfgang Alpha. The answer is pretty crazy, so I was like, oh, man. And then I thought about a similar question, right? And of course, a similar question would be like the harmonic one. If you look at the similar questions, like the sum as n goes from 1 to infinity, if you look at 1 minus 1/2 plus 1/3 minus 1/4 and all that, you can do it as 1 over n minus 1 over n plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it this way.
And that
kind
one.
Well, actually, with a 2.
And then with that one, you do... Tell us...
2 minus 1.
Yeah,
2.
2n. Minus 1,
yes.
2n.
Yeah, I shall do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
This, that, and this is that, and all that.
Yeah. So
and this right here is natural log of 2.
Oh, yeah, so, that is.
Yeah, so I don't know. If I was going to play around with this run right here, maybe I'm just totally wrong. 2n times 2n minus 1, 2n, so it'll be, well, it's 2n minus 2n. So plus 1, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be like this.
So, question... That's really strange how when you expand that, you get the natural log of 2 Taylor series. So that makes me think that in the next one, that one that you have right there, you could also do a Taylor series and get something. Like those would be the coefficients of a Taylor series.
With a I see.
But what Taylor series would it be? That's the issue. Because you do have the benefit that it's all increasing, and that the difference between two consecutive ones is always going to be 2.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like alternating, but the problem comes with when you add the 3 between the 2 furthest ones. And so that kind of makes you think it's not going to be like ln. So maybe what you could do is you could get both of those. So you could get a sum that looks like that from 2 different natural log sums. 2 different natural log Taylor series that have different properties.
Hold on 1 second. I need to go use the restroom. I'll be back.
Okay, good luck. Can you try to take 2 common in the denominator and keep the rest terms inside? What do you mean by that? P equals NP? Question marks? No, P is not equal to NP. I know because I have a proof. That is a joke. I do not have a proof. Use the roots of unity filter on Taylor series of x times natural log of 1 minus x minus natural log of 1 minus x over x. Roots of unity filter. I don't know what the roots of unity filter is. So So I'm not really contributing to this. I don't know if I do that. It'll bring me out. Oh, we're in the US West server. Can I focus on black pen, red pen again? Instead of it being split screen? Can I take it out of split screen mode? Discord. Hey, there we go. Now you can see his screen better. Because I'm not doing anything. Hi, I'm up here in the corner. Hello? So what about the Rubik's Cube? I mean, I am a cuber, but how is it similar to math? Okay, well, I'm the only one talking right now. So as we wait for him to come back, you're going to have to deal with my low camera quality. Oh, Underground School solved it. How did you do it? Okay, so the Rubik's Cube relates to math in being a group. I hope you've heard of that before. I have a Rubik's Cube. Let me get some. So I have my Rubik's Cube right here. How is this related to the idea of groups? So what a group is it just consists of elements in a way to multiply elements. That's what a group is. And so let's do the example of a Rubik's Cube. What are the elements of the group? Well, it is doing a move on the Rubik's Cube. So I could, oh my god. He's coming back. He's coming back.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello, I'm explaining how Rubik's Cubes are related to math. So, we have the Rubik's Cube.
Oh.
Yeah. So the elements of the group are going to be actions. So I could do the action of flipping one of the faces. That will be an element of the group. Like that. So the action of doing that is the actual group element. And now what is the multiplication? The multiplication.
Use of unity filter on.
Yeah, I don't know what they meant by that either. So what you do to multiply two of the elements is you do one of them and then you do the other one. So if I wanted to multiply the element of the group where you flip the top, and then I wanted to multiply that with the element where you flip this side, well then what you do is you flip the top and then you flip the side. You do one and then you do the other, and that will be the group multiplication. And then every element of the group is just going to be some configuration by doing some set of moves to any configuration of this Rubik's Cube. And that will be the group. And something else you need to know about groups is that they are invertible. So every single move you can do the opposite of it and undo it. So if I flip the top, what is the inverse element of this? Well, it is flipping the top back to the solve position. So that is how you... So every group element is just going to be some series of moves. So this is going to be a group element. And every group element has its inverse, so that it can bring you back to the original state. So that's how Rubik's Cubes relate to math. Where it's related to group theory. There's a good video on it by Numberphile, I think, probably. I want to understand Langland's program, which relates L functions to associated with different groups and rings to each other. Langland's program, I've never looked into that actually. I've heard about it before, I've not looked into it. Roots of unity filter will tell you the sum of the coefficients of a power series. Oh, okay. So, let me look up how roots of unity filter.
Oh yeah, I saw a comment earlier too. I was thinking about that too.
Roots of unity filter. Let's look that up. Roots of unity filter from the art of problem solving. So, the sum of all indexes of the polynomials divisible. The aim of using this method is to isolate the coefficients of some polynomial and sum them up. It is particularly effective whenever the desired indices so they're okay, that's I don't know if that's necessary though. Because it would just kind of move you away. The special unit group is going to be all matrices which have positive determinants. No. It's the set... Shoot. Wait a minute. Hold my cup, put some liquor in it. The special unitary group is the set of all matrices which have determinant 1. Yeah. It's all unitary matrices that have determinant 1, I think. Or -1. I can't remember. Shoot, that's kind of sad. It's in one of my books. Do you have any ideas? I am from Ohio, from America. It's in here. I know they define it like 3 seconds into this book. There's Y group. Yeah, it goes into special linear group, special. Okay. SU2 17 pages in. should give me the definition. Special unitary group. Very important topic for us will be the relationship between the groups SU of 2 and SO of 3. What is SU of 2? Do you explain it? Where do you explain this? I think it's just the subgroup, the special linear group that is of unitary matrices. Let me look up the special linear group to make sure I get it right. The special linear group is the group of n by n invertible matrices having determinant 1. I was right. I was right all along. You guys can't say I wasn't. I'm not even right. So SU, they're the invertible unitary matrices of determinant 1. Okay. Black pen, red pen. 0 over 0 equals x implies x times 0 equals 0. Indeterminate school prove. This is not good because you take 0. This is not true. You take 0 over 0 equals 1 pi. So no. So the way it works is that 0 does not have a multiplicative inverse. That is a thing in math. 0 never has a multiplicative inverse. It cannot have a multiplicative inverse. That means something you can multiply by 0 to get 1. You can't have that because 0 times anything is 0. There is no 0 over this 0 over 0. There's no 1 over 0. There's none of that because there is no over 0. There's no inverse for 0, multiplicative inverse for 0.
Huh?
Someone asked about 0 over 0, so I was explaining it. Have you got to any ideas of how to approach it?
No idea.
Yeah. I have no clue. Yeah, so this special unitary group could be viewed as symmetries of a sphere. Yeah, that is something you could view it as. The special orthogonal group, which is related to that, are all rigid motions around the origin. Except they're special. They have determinant 1. So they're linear, they're matrices, they preserve distances. The special orthogonal 2 group is very well understood because it's just rotations and translations. But it's special, so you need to do just rotations. And flipping along lines is not a special orthogonal matrix. Is the answer maybe use? We're not trying to prove that it converges. We're trying to prove that it has a value, and we're trying to figure out that value. Okay. Okay, I have a question.
Well, if you use Wolfgang alpha, the answer is not easy.
What is the answer? I think that'll help.
Yeah. Huh?
I think it'll help if we know the answer.
Well, the let's let me do that on the Wolfgang. I'll show you.
I think that sometimes you have to know the answer before you figure out the solution, you know? That makes it easier.
Well, let's see.
Does it have natural logs? Does the answer have natural logs? Well, it's simple. Does the answer have natural logs?
No, if I remember correctly, have I.
And okay.
Also,
Basel problem.
I actually don't know if this is legit because this is not absolute convergent. I don't know if that step is valid or not.
So, if you look at the form you put it in, where you have it as a square, you do P series. It's a P series limit converging with a P series. Definitely converges. You can't separate it out or anything, but it definitely.
So
converges.
I know if I do this, let me show you what it.
It gives you a completely different answer or something.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable if I do it, but it is what it is.
This
And
is probably related to the basal function, or zeta of 2.
does it have to be that hard? I don't know, because man, I feel like there might be another like easy question, like easy. I don't know.
You'd probably have to analyze it like the basal function. That looks like
See.
1 over n squared. Langland? Oh, Sir Langland's program? I don't know any resources on Langland's program. I barely know anything about Langland's program.
Wait, for some reason, if I enter it like this, right, it doesn't show me the exact answer on Wolfgang alpha.
What?
Well, I entered it like this before, and I'll show you
And
that
it gives
version.
you the answer? So that means it's generalizable. That means that they have some formula when you put it in that form. No, when you put it in the other form. So there has to be some sort of formula that they're using here.
Minus.
A BPRP Discord would be awesome. I mean, like, maybe you
that?
could go on my Discord, you know, just a little thought. Join my Discord. Fematika's server.
Here we go. Man, this is the answer. Take a look.
Square root of what? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
There's just...
It has the pi. So perhaps I'll write it down so I can all see it.
Just... Yeah, that has to be zeta function right there.
What's that?
Oh, shoot. There's something called Hurwitz extended zeta function.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Square root of 5
that's gotta be related
pi.
to that. Let me look it up.
Yeah. Man.
Hurwitz
Wait, this number looks suspicious.
zeta.
If we look at the version 1 over 5, square root of 1 over 5, 5 plus 2 square root of 5. This number looks suspicious.
Related.
I don't know why, but like...
The Hurwitz zeta function is where you translate... It might be going off that. It might be... Dang. Yeah, I am on Holonomic Way. I am in that Discord server. Also, homology video when? I did the Meyer Viatora sequence video, but homology video is... I might do some algebraic topology videos soon, quite honestly. Hello, Burger Hex. Yeah. So... Wow. That is really just... Why? How? Who, what, when, where? Why, how? Yeah, that is... Yeah, are you looking at the Hurwitz zeta function? It's related-ish? It's related-ish. It would probably help us. Like knowing stuff about the Hurwitz zeta function. Hi, Jan Raubel. Hi, Sea Slug. I am 15 years old. Someone give the fan a glass of water. Do I need a glass of water? It's just my voice. You ever think about that? Yeah, people think I speak with my larynx. Someone criticized that before, but I don't know how to speak without my larynx. So, you know, whatever, you know? Why don't we put n equals 4 or n equals 5 instead of infinity to assess the problem? So partial sums. They're recommending But like when it ends up with pi, so something weird's going on there. It has to do with the digamma function. So let's go ahead and look at the digamma function and some properties.
No, that's not. So if you would just send me a solution, but he still used Wolfgang alpha, so that's not what we are looking for, because he still end up with phi m minus 1 times phi m plus 1 in the denominator.
Oh. So digamma does show up. Yeah, that would help. So it is basically sums of alternating arithmetic series. So alternating arithmetic series you can find out using the digamma function. That's interesting. It's really interesting, yeah. I don't know which function they're using there. So it's related to the digamma function at least. I don't know how strong the connection is. Who said that would be a 5-minute problem? I'm not a number theorist. I don't know my special number theory functions all that well.
Huh.
You know?
Shall we just code this for the day though? Dot. And then people will just fill in the blank.
Yeah, so I might try to look at the digamma function a little bit more and try to relate it to this one.
Okay.
Because they look at the Math World article for the digamma function. There's a form in terms of sums of arithmetic series that would probably help a lot. But you'd have to know about the digamma function's value, and that would just be avoiding the problem a little bit. Oh my god, Mom.
Because I wonder, the viewer, right? Whoever sent me the question, I wonder what class that he is taking. So if he's taking Cal 2, for example, that we shouldn't be using that. If he's like taking Cal 2 and if this is just like a challenging question
like, if the answer is square root of 1 over 25 plus 2 over 25 rad 5 all times pi, you'd imagine that it's not going to be a Calc 2 question.
Maybe just like a extra coding question. I don't know. Because okay, this also reminds me of a question that PM did, like the sum of 1 over n squared plus 1. And you have like blah 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 and like cosecant or something like that. It's crazy too, so I don't know. Yeah. So I'll just put in the dots like I always do. Like why not?
Tons of dots. 6 dots.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's just leave it here and solve question.
The other one came from a high school problem. This is number theory.
What's that?
This is elementary number theory. Your Hong Kong problem came from a high school math competition.
Oh yeah.
So you know.
Oh, by the way, did you see the solution that another teacher sent me?
Which person?
Oh, you should see that because he didn't use anything. He just kind of simplify the expression, and you will be able to do it. In 5 minutes.
Really? You could. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because he looked at that series and he just kind of play around with the series. Because sometimes a series is itself, right? He just kind of play around with it and he got it.
Oh, so they did the algebraic manipulation of it, where they do 16 times s and then whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should see that video. I made that video a few days ago, so you should see that.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually elementary, but like this right here, I don't know. I've been getting two really like hard series question like this 2 weeks. I don't know.
So
this one.
This one probably wouldn't have a good partial sum formulation because it involves pi as the final answer. And so you can use a similar strategy I used. I used the fact that it had a really nice partial sum formula. So, when did you send that video out?
A few days ago.
In the community
let's see.
tab?
It's this one with the orange background.
The orange.
I said not a telescoping series.
Oh, not a telescoping series.
Yeah,
Videos.
not a telescoping series.
Oh. Oh no, I did see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
so
very clever. Yeah.
You just pretty much just play around with the series. That's it. And I was like, wow. So I don't know. And according to Wolfgang Alpha, we have this thing right here.
You're not just gonna play around with the series to get that. So I think what you should do is you should look at what you did for the sum of 1 over n squared. You should look at the
1 over n squared.
And you got pi squared over 4 or 6. Pi squared over 6. You know, look at the methods you use there and sort of, I think you could maybe work around some of that and figure out some of that. Because it looks similar because you get a pi in there as well. So you do have an n squared in the denominator. So that's what I'm
yeah. And so is this though. So is the one I showed you. If we look at the alternating harmonic series, if you look at this as the sum as 1 over 2n minus 1 minus 1 over 2n, this somehow gets to ln2.
Yeah, but that has
I don't know. I feel this and that are rather similar. And yeah.
So
I think power series might be the way to go, but like, how in the world did we end up with this thing?
Digamma function. You have to use the digamma function. It's gotta be it. Yeah. I don't know. This is like one of my Ask Me Math problems where it's the solution's probably not that hard, but it's very hard to come up with the solution on your own. So
let me see.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if I can still solve Rubik's Cubes. I used to be able to. I'm trying to just... Let me try. Solve this.
When are you going to eat your dinner? It's like 8 o'clock over there already, right?
Yeah. You know...
this was supposed to be end like...
Who needs dinner anyways?
6 or 7 for you?
Yeah. It's a little...
Oh, just keep on going. How long has it been? Let's see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2 hours and 35 minutes.
Yeah, no, my live streams usually go on for that long. I'm not...
I know.
Hopefully I'll eat dinner soon. My mom, she's been watching this entire time, I suppose. Do you know foundations? What do you mean by foundations? Oh shoot, I forgot the next step in solving a Rubik's Cube. Oh, first 2 layers. I remember. Okay, I'm starting to remember. Right there, so I could do that. Again. Okay, there we go. And
You got it?
I'm figuring out this Rubik's Cube, but
yeah, I'm watching you.
The problem, we might as well just solve a Rubik's Cube. So I'm using first 2 layers, which is a method of solving Rubik's Cubes that I learned. I'm not good at it. I won't be able to solve it in any amount of time that is not awful. But, it's a method. I have to do sound effects, I'm sorry. It's a necessary requirement of solving Rubik's Cubes that you do. Okay, let's see, where's that right here? There we go. And I get it into the right position. Alright, red, blue. So, like that. And then, I should probably maybe do it that way. Okay, and then, oh shoot, there's some algorithm you do at the top.
Then someone asked me, where do I get my questions from my video? Well, sometimes viewers will send me questions, like for example, this one. And sometimes I just kind of, do the classic questions, and sometimes I do like homework solutions for my students. So yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. And then thing. Okay, I think here I'm at the right spot. And then oh man, I forgot how to do this. Oh, there's just a bunch of algorithms that I forgot. Yeah, it's right. So I got the I did first 2 layers.
Got the you got the white side. Yeah, that's good.
Yellow side. I remember it looked.
And for Monica, is there anything else that you want to say before we end the live stream?
I'm sorry I couldn't solve the Rubik's Cube. Thank you for having me on Black Pen Red Pen. I'm probably gonna.
No, thank you for being here. Thank you for being my guest.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, really appreciate that interview.
What's that? No, I didn't hear what you said.
We've been postponing this for like months.
No, this was supposed to be happening last year.
Yeah,
remember we talked about this last year. We collected questions, but like just never.
Yeah, it never went.
Yeah, I never finally did it. This is cool.
we were supposed to do it yesterday, but then I wasn't there when I was supposed to be. So it's been a series of postponings. We were supposed to do it in June, and then postponed it until August.
Yeah, man, but it's all good though.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, that was
great fun today. an afternoon with Fematika.
Yeah. I have summer reading stuff to do, which is really boring, but you have to do summer reading stuff every once in a while. So I'm gonna end the stream on OBS. You guys can see the infinite trail down into the abyss.
So later on, we'll be able to get a copy of this, and then maybe I'll just do some highlights.
Yeah.
Because this is like 2 hours and...
This is a long video. Yeah, I'll probably watch through it
2 hours
again,
and
I'll edit through
so
my answers.
Just editing.
Yeah, so this will be uploaded onto YouTube automatically. That's how it works.
Okay, then we'll just cut. We'll just download the video and then we'll just can see the shorter version.
Yep.
And all that. Yeah.
We'll do highlights. All right.
And yeah.
Well,
very nice.
Farewell.
This is fun. Maybe you should do it another time. Maybe after a year or so.
Yeah,
maybe
my
I don't know.
answers would probably change. I doubt my perspectives would be the same in a year's time.
How about when you reach 10K subscribers, we do another
yeah,
interview.
10K sub special.
Yeah,
I'm almost at 60,000, aren't I? 6,000, not 60,000. Oof. We're almost at 6,000. Yeah, 5,800 pretty much.
Yeah, you have like 580. No, what was it? 5,800.
Yeah, 580 is a little bit of an underestimate.
Man, I'm just getting tired. My coffee is like not working. My coffee is empty now.
Who've been on YouTube for like 2 years and they already have 100,000 subscribers. It's crazy. But mine's a very specific type of content. Like I doubt most people would be interested in watching this. Well, that was fun.
Your contents are unique.
Yeah.
As I said, like you have a lot of crazy stuff.
Lots of crazy stuff, yeah.
Well, as long as you keep uploading it, your growth will be maintained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just consistency.
Cool.
I don't know how many. I think I have 200 videos almost now.
Already?
Yeah, 200 videos. Yeah.
I cannot see how many videos you have.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Let's go ahead and
How many already?
I can see how many videos I have. I don't know if you guys can. You can probably see it.
I didn't know you have that many videos already.
I think if you just look up my channel, 171 videos. Yeah.
How many?
171. 171 videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still a lot. And then you didn't post for like a good month, like a couple months this year.
Yeah.
You were gone for like half a year or something like that.
Yeah. No, I took multiple month-long hiatuses. So like I don't know how I keep up with all those videos. I don't remember making 171 videos. It's really strange to me. And like most of them are well edited.
And then your videos are long too. Your videos are pretty long too.
Yeah, they're long. How many videos do you have?
Yeah.
I mean, like you've been on longer.
Yeah.
I'd say you probably have 1,000.
Let's just say bye to the viewers, and then maybe we'll do this again next time. As I said, 10K subscriber special or something like that.
You have 2,000 videos. 2,000.
Okay.
Wow. Math
All right,
YouTubers have a lot.
Huh?
We have a lot of videos. Like PewDiePie, he has like 3,000.
Okay, so for the people who are still here, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, I want to thank Fematika being on my channel today. I will try to do a shorter version later on if we get footages from YouTube, and you guys can see the shorter version, like a summary of the live stream. So yeah, and then we also have the questions and also the answers in the description of that video, so you guys can resources for Fematika mentioned in this live chat.
All right. So, goodbye. Adios. Farewell.
Adios.
Adios.